Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the BlkPrint. J5 in the building. MC.
I can't stop laughing, man. How did we? It's just like the Paul Rudd meme. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Look at us. All right. We're live on YouTube again. It has been 2 months.
Yeah.
Since we've gone live.
Mm-hmm.
We want to thank everybody for their patience. But also, thank everybody for rocking with us and still sticking with us while we do all of these things. And mind you, my wife will probably hate us for this because we're just doing it without everything being set in stone yet.
Sometimes that's a little life lesson. Sometimes you just gotta jump off.
Yeah, just to show
not literally, not anything bad, but sometimes you just gotta.
We had to show people that we were actually doing things, and it wasn't just blowing smoke. So obviously, we're in BlkPrint Studios. We gotta put an applause there. I don't have the only thing now is that right now we don't have a.
You missed the road. You missed the soundboard.
We don't have a soundboard right now.
We'll have a way to do a little side soundboard there.
We're working on that. That's coming. We're gonna have a cool little backdrop here. That's coming. Josh will be back.
Josh will be, yes. Our big part of the pod will be coming back. Just keep in mind, this has not been 2 months of vacation. Just like this has not been 2 months of us kicking back, feet chilling. Everybody's doing. There's a lot of work that's being done for the show, outside of the show, which has been a positive for us. It's been a busy fall.
Yeah, but we're getting back to We're getting back to where we're
into the rhythm of things, getting back to the swing of things.
So next month, we're back on schedule. Mm-hmm. November, we're back on schedule. Obviously, we got Thanksgiving. We know we're back on schedule next month. So clap it up for that. Throwblacks is coming back next month. Clap up for that. We're at, what would you say? How many percentage points?
I thought about this last night as I was thinking about a lot of things we were going to talk about today. I want to say like 85%.
85 is set because we have two more things we really got to get. I really want to get lighting back here, but I think our lighting's fine right now, but we're going to work on that too. So shout out to our lighting. It's bright as shit.
Thank you, Amazon. I don't know how they get it done each and every time, but our lighting looks good. Back when we were shooting at the old spot, that was one of the things that we were working on a lot, and of course, space wise, because sometimes you and Josh would just be a little bit close.
We would be hunched. Now there's room. We can do this.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys can see us do this.
Yeah.
Now, so like we're live here. We're obviously going to upgrade. We're going to upgrade our camera. This camera's done us very well. It's still going to be part of it, but this is kind of like the BlkPrint camera. We got this camera 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. It was the BlkPrint camera, and yeah, like we're nearly there. We're 80% done, but I personally wanted to go live and do it, how it was. We finished up the whole wall and everything. And I wanted to go live because I was like, bro, we haven't gone live in a minute. This is important. And we're just doing this bonus episode. Just to be clear, BlkPrint, we are recording it this weekend. So we're back on schedule again. Mm-hmm. This is really just an update and for us to test video right now.
Yeah, and big shout outs to everybody that enjoyed our last bonus episode that we dropped for the month of October.
Really liked it. A lot of people really liked that episode.
It's the in-person shit, man. Hey, shout out to all the remote pods. I know we all getting it in the way that we can and trying to create the best way possible. I just feel like this is so much more natural, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100%. And again, thanks to everybody for listening to that bonus. But we're back. I have been antsy just as much as you guys have been antsy. And shout out to, again, people, our listeners, also our patrons for being patient because all of this is y'all.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes, the panels, the microphones. big star these roads right here. Big star these roads right here. Shout out to how did we even find, what was it, YouTube that we went to and just found mics?
Me and Mark literally sat in my living room and we came up with things, and then we found this space, and then we were like, we got to get the best mics, and we got the best mics that we have for this. It's going to be really, really cool to see the type of stuff we're going to be able to do with these in the next couple of episodes, but we already have a plan of what to do in this space. It's a dope space, and it's only going to get bigger. You guys saw how it was and how we did it. I mean, we were literally sitting across from each other in Josh's apartment. We first started doing it, and then in my old apartment we first started doing it. So again, we're up leveling it again. This type of stuff takes time, but we want to thank you guys for the patience. And after 2 months, we're finally back live and in living color for you guys. So yeah, I'm exhausted, not only from just working on this our space, but last weekend killed me. it killed me.
I can see why that can be a little bit of a challenge, because going outside at this age, you just gotta plan a little bit better than you did in your 20s. In my 20s, I was like, whatever the fuck we doing, as long as I'm completely conscious by the time I make it back home, I'll be all right. These days, you got a checklist of shit.
I'm not built for this no more. Friday, a good friend Wale was in town.
Hey man, good show.
Had a show at the Wiltern, K-Town. Really good show.
Got a chance to also see Koreatown for the first time. That was fun.
I can't believe you haven't gone to Koreatown yet.
No, not yet.
It's not much to see.
My downtown LA experience was mainly mid-Wilshire, a little bit of Hollywood when I'm out there. So I haven't really had a chance to see a lot of downtown LA, and obviously LA Live when you're seeing things like sports shows, events, concerts, so on and so forth. But not Koreatown. I haven't been on that side yet.
Yeah, it's devoid of parking, would you say?
Yeah. That was a lot. I think it wasn't as shocking. No, I'm not gonna say shock.
Wait, are you wearing that mask because you didn't get a cut yet?
It's festive. It's Halloween week.
Well, that was another thing that played into it, is that I was trying to find a Power Ranger fit. And for somebody like myself who loves Halloween so much, I am always behind the 8 ball when it actually comes to getting a costume. Last year was the first time I dressed up in years. And
if you have not seen that episode, for anybody that's brand new listening to the BlkPrint, year ago, you'll be able to see, I think it's episode 46, 48, I want to say.
Yeah.
Our Halloween episode from last year. You'll see our costumes. See our costumes. Josh was the Green Pea. Who were you?
I was Deku from My Hero Academia. And Mark was
For All the Dogs Era Drake.
For All the Dogs Era Drake.
One of the most annoying costumes to try and get together in a late moment's notice. But this year, real easy. I was just like, listen, I could just be one of the greatest luchadors of all time. Hit a little La Parka real quick. Something nice and smooth. I'm not going to do the microphone the whole time because you're not going to be able to hear me very smoothly here.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Take it off.
But then the point, I mean, I don't have a cut. That's also why I'm also.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was because you didn't have a cut. But so we went out to the Wale show. It was a great show. I got to say, going to live shows now is like very interesting, right? Because I feel like you only get, and I think Josh had brought this up before, like a concert is kind of like a enthusiast type thing now, right? Like going to a show is an enthusiast type event. Like you only see like the diehards. Like I remember there was a point in time when there were people who would go to a show like not really sure, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll just go like, oh, I like one song, I like 2 songs. Going to the Wale show, like there was everybody there that were diehard fans.
You gotta know the discography. You gotta be able to rap the lyrics.
There were diehard fans. There weren't like yeah, kind of like I like this one song. And again, it was interesting to see that because like I see so many people talk about like, oh, this costs so much and all this stuff. But I'm like, bro, people are paying for it, but they're also like diehards that are coming out to do so. So it was really cool to see that mix. And one thing about his audience was that like they are people, and I tell them this all the time, I'm like, your audience grew up with you. Like your audience, and I can see it from the people there.
Yep.
They look like they have been fans of yours since they were in high school, college, and then they grew up with you. I'm serious. Like they grew up with them there. Like with that, like it was very millennial in there, very millennial. And I think that's a good thing. Like there are very few artists right now that like can have a fan base that not only grows with them, but continues to come out and buy tickets to their shit.
Yeah, I think the one thing that fans can really take home with Wale shows is how well he feeds his audience. Obviously, you're going to get the hits, you're going to get his billboards, you're going to get the so on and so forth, but you're also going to get mixtape cuts. You're going to get B-sides. You might even get some shit that he's never performed before. Me, I've been to 2 Wale shows. Both of them were at Revolution Live out in Fort Lauderdale. I don't think out of those 2, I don't think I've ever heard him do 90210. And to have an experience hearing 90210 in LA was huge for me. That was big.
Yeah, I mean, he dropped a lot of beats. I don't ask him for like what's in your set list. Like I never asked. Yeah. And this was my first time seeing this particular concert, or this tour, this leg.
Yeah.
And I was very shocked at what he played, and I looked over to you at one point and I was like, he hasn't even played this yet. He hasn't played this yet. He hasn't played this yet. And we're nearing 22 hours. You know what I'm saying? 220, I think it was where it was at that point. And there were just so many hits, bro. And he had them in the palm of their hands. It was packed in there too. It was packed.
And that was my first time at the Wiltern too. I know that there's been I think there was a Mariah the Scientist show out in the Wiltern. I don't think I was here at that time. It was like a year ago. Yeah, I want to say I was probably like my first week here. She's probably out here, and obviously it's a little bit too early to do anything. But Wiltern was a nice little setup. I liked it. First floor, second floor. We were able to get our drinks in early. We were able to get photos in.
Yeah,
got a nice little tea. Merch was smooth. Didn't have to wait too while for merch. Yeah. You kind of take a lot of those for granted when you go to some of the bigger arenas or some of the even like smaller spots, but are still like really really jam packed.
Yeah,
and you can't really have like a great experience. So it was nice, man. It was fun.
Was that your first time like in like green room, backstage, dressing room type vibe? Was that your first time doing that?
I want to say yes, because I can't think of what other time that it would have been to do that. Show wise, no,
it was.
I think it was the first time.
It was hectic back there. Shout out DJ Money. This is just one of the coolest guys ever. Like he's always like, I gotta call you. I'm like, all right, call. He'll literally call me and we'll talk for
chat about life.
Talk for hours.
He was good, man. Did a good set. They had a really nice tribute as well. They had a really nice tribute as well that they did for
Clark Kent.
Yeah, for DJ Clark Kent. That was fun. That not obviously fun. Obviously, it's a somber thing. But to be able to have that on the night on the day that he passed was something that was really good. They played "Sky's the Limit" right after for him, and then just went right back into the set. Man, it's underrated. The showmanship that people have when they come out and do these shows and go on tour and go on roads and see so many different cities.
Tour is hard. Tour is fucking hard.
Yeah, man.
I say this as like a civilian that did it. I went on tour with Wale back in 2017. When I was working with it. That was Shine.
Shine. Yes.
What did we do? We did a Florida through like South Carolina loop.
Okay.
Did a Cleveland and back to DC. I said I gotta go home after DC. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go home. I can't do it. It's like imagine every single day you listen to the same CD in the same order and with the same like thing it's the same performance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same performance. And that's not, that's not a bad thing. Like everybody is for your city. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it's still like largely for your city. I don't, it was a lot. And I was like, I can't, like being in the hotel room, then in the bus, then in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel room, bus, show, hotel, same thing every single day.
You didn't like the hotel room life?
No. The thing about a hotel room life is that there's no kitchen. You know what I'm saying? There's no kitchen. There's no. You know what I mean? It's like it's not truly your space. You're living out of a bag.
Yeah.
I could see if it works for some people. Like the experience of going to these different places was cool. Like certain Orlando. Like we did Orlando, and I was like, let me go find out what to do in Orlando. And it's like, Orlando. It's like a big strip of road, and then it's like theme park. Road, nothing else there. Just like, well, guess I'm gonna go to this fucking Chili's or whatever that's on the side of the road.
Unless you're gonna go downtown and try and find some food, which I'm sure you could find some good food that's out there. Shout out to Gringos Locos. I haven't had Gringos Locos in a very very long time.
Is that taco place?
Yeah, it's taco spot.
I went there when I did NXT that one time. I did the
Oh, so you were by Amway. You're probably by Amway.
It was the WWE event that I did one time, but they flew me out for the game. I was by there. I walked to Gringos Locos.
Was that season premiere of NXT?
It was no. I wasn't Wale then. It was fuck. Was it 2K19? It was 2K19.
Oh yeah, when you saw Adam Cole and you took the photos.
Yeah, I was in PC for that.
Yeah,
and I was in downtown Orlando by like Dolo because I was just like, like that was cool, but like it wasn't tour. Like tour is like literally bus. You come out. They're like, and the thing is like everybody on the crew, like unless you're like hanging with somebody, you're hanging tough with somebody, like, the artists probably sleep.
Yeah.
Or they're probably like, what I'm saying? They're not going out. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's up to you to go out and find stuff for your own. It was hard. I was like, I can't do tour no more, bro. It's boring. It's too boring for me.
I don't like too many days away from home, so I completely feel you. I would probably want to be like right back into my chair, right back on the PlayStation, doing what I need to do and just being back in my element.
I couldn't do it. So shout out to anybody that does that. Shout out to Wale for hooking us up, letting us come out to the show.
Absolutely.
And you'll be seeing a lot more stuff from him soon.
That's good.
Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more stuff from him soon, and I might be helping out with some of that stuff. So
okay.
So take a shout out to that.
No spoilers at all.
Can't do that. Can't do that. But
okay.
You'll see. He'll talk about it. But I want to say this now, and I know we're recording again, but I want to say it now. It is very fucking like I'm disturbed. You know what I'm saying? I'm disturbed by stuff that I saw yesterday. We're recording this on Monday.
Because Because of Halloween week?
No, the I don't know if you saw the rally in MSG.
Oh, I did. Hey, you want to shoot yourself in the foot? By all means, Puerto Ricans are going to come through and get that back 10 times over.
Listen, I think it's more important than anything. I don't give a shit about, what people might say in the comments, and obviously we're putting this out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all you see what they think.
Make your decision. Make your decision wisely. Hopefully,
no, it's not even make a decision wisely. Don't vote for the fascists.
Yeah, there's that too. Hopefully, you can do it early. I know next week is going to be hell on earth. I asked you in, I want to say June. I want to say last time that I asked you with June, how comfortable you were going into November. Obviously, June has now flown past. We're now days out. I
wasn't comfortable at all.
Has that changed since June?
I mean, I think there's always an element of 2016ness of it all, of you never know. Like, America can surprise you, but also not surprise you.
Exactly.
You know
Like, that's the irony of it.
I think that I'm a lot less. I had just given up. I think.
Oh, when 2016 happened.
But no, by June of this year, I was not going to do anything. I didn't want to hear about it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I thought it was dire. I think that nothing's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that right now. Nothing's perfect. I think neither candidate is perfect, but I think that there is only one of them that isn't a felon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for the one that isn't a felon.
Absolutely.
And I think that it sucks that for so many times that people of color and women have to bail us out.
Yep.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to, should this, and I'm manifesting that it will go the right way and Kamala will win. But, and again, I'm putting my endorsement out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Should it go the right way, I want a lot of men to look in the mirror.
Just
the shit that we, a lot of shit that men in general allow, what we kind of believe in.
Sure.
A lot of times.
Sure.
I think that it's so outmoded. It's so how can I say that? It's just so the past. You know what I'm saying? I look at what's at stake here, and I have, I know women that have reproductive issues. You know what I'm saying? I've known women that have gotten abortions. I know
all across the country.
All across the country. I've known women that have had, my wife had a miscarriage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that it is a serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an issue that I as a man should not be able to control. You as a man should not be able to control.
Yep.
Our politicians should not be able to control.
Yep.
And that's what we're fighting for here. So if you say you love women, if you say you love all of this stuff,
it's hard to be like, oh yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
Come November, whichever date it is next week, I'm gonna vote for so and so, and it's just like sounds kind of productive.
No, I say Trump. You vote for him, and a vote for him is a vote that's not supporting women.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just say that right now. It's not supporting women. It's not. I work with people that are trans. I have gay friends. All of that stuff. Like, I looked at it. I think the moment that got me was like there was a I won't say, was it the John Oliver show? He was talking about Project 2025.
Okay.
And I called my wife and I said, this shit is like scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's this shit's actually scary. I think I might, and it won't do, like, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it won't do much for us here because we're such a bubble in California. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in such a bubble. Like obviously you leave the metropolitan area, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But where we're at right now, Mark, we're safe, relatively safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about everybody else in that sense. You know?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, California's a big country, but it's not the other 49 country, big state.
Yeah,
but it's not the other 49 states that are here. California, when I came out here, I was just like, listen, unless something wild happens while I'm out here, I'll never see this state turning red. So I think that's one thing.
And you'll never see the blowback from a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Or a large majority of it,
yeah.
right? So, you know, if the case is like fighting for my, you know, LGBTQ friends, people who listen to the show that don't live in California, if women that listen to the show that don't live in California, I take it serious. Like, it's it is a vote really for support for those people, those underrepresented people, for immigrants and, you know, people who just want to live out here. And again, neither candidate is perfect on that issue either. But I think, again, to go back to my previous point, it sucks that we got to make this choice every 4 years with the lesser of two evils. I think that, like, I would have been a lot more uncomfortable voting for Biden, which is why I wasn't going to do it if he had stayed in.
Sure.
I feel a little bit like, okay, you know, I want to see Roe v. Wade back. I want to see that reenacted.
Yeah.
I want to see all of that stuff back. That's what I'm fighting for. And, you know, I think that it would be misusing the platform that we have currently if I didn't say how I felt. You know,
it's good to say it though, because you know what's bothering me a little bit less on the political side, but more of the social side. How pristine Kamala has had to be in front of people that are just finding some type of thing to judge, whether it's the fact that I cannot believe that tweets came out and we were talking about Montel Williams in 2024. I'm just like, things don't matter. Those things at all completely don't matter.
A hoe saying she slept her way to the top.
We're talking about race. We're talking about, oh my God, if you have Jamaican, does that mean that well, she's Indian as well? Listen, man, a whole bunch of social things that really
that's what they think of.
Yeah,
that's what they think of us. And then you have people basically having a Klan rally in Madison Square Garden in a state that he was never going to win.
Yeah,
he's never going to win New York.
Yeah,
they fucking hate him there.
They ran that nigga out. That's why he's in Palm Beach.
Exactly.
I'll tell you that right now.
He's never going to win. So you do that there where there's so many Puerto Ricans. And I am imploring Puerto Ricans and everyone on that side, Latinos, y'all women is fighting for y'all, bro. Like, wake up. They're fighting for y'all, bro. Like, y'all are fucking losing. All right. Like I tend to be like, and I've been saying this, like, we really can become or really are the weakest link a lot of times. Real shit. Like,
when it comes to
this type of shit. What are we doing?
What do you think would be the most immediate thing, the easiest thing for somebody that's probably
niggas
struggling?
Want that nigga to be in here in office because he's a felon, and he signed his name on $1,000 checks that he didn't want to put through. That's why niggas want to rock for him. That, and I'm like, that little penny ante ass,
that little $1,200,
that little $1,200 you don't blown it in a day. That wasn't even all your rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for everybody, but like, let's just be real. Like, and again, you gotta do your research, read. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of my endorsement comes from doing my research and seeing what the economy would look like under Trump. Yeah, and what the economy would look like, you know, elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if you get a chance to stamp this shit out and kill this shit off, and just do it, bro. Like, you know, I've been very non-verbal about a lot of this stuff. I know that we brought it up on the show before, and I've kind of just shut it down. And you know, I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to, you know, really face it. But like, you got to face the truth. You know what I'm saying? And to your point, like, you know, this is a candidate that even under fire of having to deal with all of the racial stuff that she's dealt with, all of the stuff just for being a woman, all of the stuff she's had to do, she's come out of it looking. She's come out of the fire looking kind of like graceful. You know what I'm saying? She's done every press that she could do. I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. Yeah.
And you know, it's I think for these next couple of days, it's going to be really important to see the responses that come from the Black and brown communities. And I think I'm going to be really, really happy to see what comes out in these next couple of days. Obviously, I'm Black and Latino. I've always lived in Black and Latino cities. Obviously, New York City, very, very heavy on that. South Florida, huge melting pot. You don't even got to ask about that. Obviously, here in Los Angeles, huge Black and Latino community. So being able to see what is going to come from these next couple of days and the early votes and what everybody's doing to make sure that they're using their voice to speak up and do this, you can go here and so on and so forth, and seeing that community really come around to make sure that these next 4 years are straight. I know people are really trying to jump the gun and be like, well, I don't know what 2028 is going to look like, but I mean, let's just handle right now. Finish that, and then we'll see what happens. See what happens from there.
We ain't gonna have a fascist in office.
Yeah,
that's what 2028 is gonna look like. Yeah. If you get a chance to take this nigga out, you do it right now.
Yeah, because there is no let's run it back in 2028.
Ain't no 2028.
that nigga's gonna be
bro. I got a fucking brand new niece. I have nieces.
Yeah.
who live in Virginia.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like I care about them girls, man. I care about my girls, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got a wife. I care about her. You know what I'm saying? Like I care about these girls, man. And at the end of the day, like it's about time for us to let women have their say.
Yeah.
It's about time for that shit, bro. We didn't have it for long enough, man. It's still patriarchy all day, every single day. Like we gotta look ourselves in the mirror, like I said, Mark, and just be like, bro, we gotta stop the bullshit, bro.
I feel like I'm gonna get taken aback when that moment, or manifest it. Yeah, when that moment is, I feel like it's gonna be taken back, kind of like 2008. I'm trying to, if I could really tap back into 17-year-old me and remember seeing on that little TV. I just remember the announcement of Obama being announced and how like huge that was on TV. Just for us as black men in general, and we bailed them out that year too. Yeah, we bailed them out that run too. Again, it sucks that we can't just all be in alignment of what's right and what's wrong. I know that's what politics is, but like when there's something that is just so obviously, there are literally, Mark, zero policies that this man is running on. Literally zero, literally zero, bro. Like other than taking away rights from people that are underrepresented and minorities. Has it fucked you up knowing that all of this is just out front? You can type in project2025.org and see it in full clarity, as opposed to maybe 20 years ago when it might have been like, well, here's what they're not telling you about what's going to happen.
I would argue it was even more in front of you back in the day.
Really?
I think it was more in front of you and there was very little room for alternate sources.
Okay.
Like it was very straightforward. It was very straightforward back in the day. Yeah. Now it's like when people perpetuated the she was just locking niggas up for weed, right? Yeah. And again, I'm not arguing the fact that they're like she's a cop. I'm like, yeah, she is. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, all of these motherfuckers are. Yeah. All of them are cops, bro. All of them are. I mean, so it's like cop versus a felon. I'm like, well. What type of is that what you're boiling it down to? That's so binary. That's so stupid. But it's like at the end of the day, a lot of that got debunked and a lot of that got misproven. But it's like I didn't see any of that stuff until I actually like did it myself. Like I was a victim of that echo chamber as well. Just like, oh, she's a cop. Yeah. Without even and
the memes are funny, and you post a couple of memes, blah 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 blah. But now we're at the brass tacks of things. It's like, all right. Jokes aside.
Yeah, all jokes aside, I just don't think that refraining from this particular election helps anybody. Yeah. It certainly don't help my black ass. Yeah. So what would, the way that I was 6 months ago isn't the way that I am now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's fair. You know what I mean? Like I realize this is not going to help my wife. It's not going to help my niece. It's not going to help any of that stuff. Like there's a bunch of stuff that I want to do. And I need, and again, it takes me back to 2020. We're just like, I really didn't want to vote for that nigga then. But I was like, fuck, man, we in a pandemic. I want to see my family again. Yeah. This motherfucker just doesn't let us die. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that times 4. You know what I mean? It's that times 4. And I hate that we're in this situation, but I am begging for you guys to do the right thing and not vote a fascist into our fascist Nazi fuck into the office again. The joke is over. It's not funny no more. We're going on 10 years of this farce. End it. It's over. The era of trolling gotta go. Wouldn't it be funny if we had this nigga? No, I would much rather have somebody that is boring and it just does policies and shit. I don't want to wake up no more, Mark, and see this shit no more. I don't want to wake up and see no crazy shit no more.
Well, I hope that, and I know it's going to happen because it's 2024. It's the internet. Please don't waste your time going out to a polling ballot and put Harambe on the shit, bro.
Or free Palestine. That's not helping them, bro.
Great message.
It's not helping them.
A little bit of a wrong time right now.
Yeah, like it's not helping them, bro. Like listen, I am not going to tell somebody that doesn't want to vote for it or, towards the genocide to not do it. You know what I'm saying? That's completely valid that you want to do that. But I also implore you to think of your black friends and your people of color that live around you right now, your gay, trans, binary pals, all of them. I would hope that you would think of them too. So,
and for the stay home mafia, please listen. If there's anybody that understands, it was me. My first time voting was 2020. Before that, I thought no matter what I do, no matter who I vote for.
Really? It was 2020?
2020 was my first one. I could have sworn that it was 2008, but it couldn't be because I was 17. when Obama won.
So you waited another 10 years before you even did. You just never did it.
I was always in the mindset of, well, I had full intention to vote in 2008 at the time. I was 17, so I couldn't really do it. Outside of that, I was just like, listen, no matter what happens, this world is going to evolve and spin no matter what I do. A very, very selfish way to think. And I think it took 2016 happening. I'll never forget. It was the day after. I went to bed that night thinking, I was like, ain't shit gonna happen. Hillary gonna win this. I'm gonna go to bed. Be all right.
Bro, she had lost within the first 10 minutes of everything closing.
I was like, I woke up the next day like, what the fuck?
She fucking lost.
Hey.
Like, I looked up, I was like, oh no, this can't be.
No,
This can't be. But it could be. You know what I'm saying? It's the 2016ness of it all. Like, I don't think this is going to happen. It's going to shake out that way this time. But like, it's the 2016ness of it all. Like, everyone is, I think it would never, 2016, I think scared niggas straight into never bullshitting again.
Well, not even scared niggas straight. I'll never forget the day after one of my group chats come in and everybody's like, you know, taking it in like, oh shit, that really happened. And shout out to Brandon. I'll never forget. Brandon got us right. At least got me right. He was like, yeah, man, y'all decided to stay home. This is what we got. And it was a big argument from niggas that even voted, didn't vote. And, you know, this is a group of like 10, 15 dudes, all of us black. You know, sometimes you got to have those upfront conversations with a lot of your community, a lot of your friends, a lot of people you call close friends. It's not like Brandon took a chance to cut us off and be like, all right, they on that time, I'm going to be on this time. But sometimes you got to educate your people, man, if you love them.
Yeah, I remember having to educate Huey back in the day.
Remember that? Remember that? Same thing. But you know, when you got youth and you're like, man, this world gonna spin with or without me. I don't really give a shit. It's gonna do what it needs to do. It's real easy to get into that mindset. I don't think it's really a pessimistic mindset, but it's more so of a.
I think we were all. I get where you were coming from because you didn't get to see the enormity of what could happen if it didn't go right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like Obama versus Romney. Nigga, this is like a squash match.
But it was close though. Like it was hella close to literally like that last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He blew him out, but it was like again, like you got to see the enormity of what this shit was in 16, and like a lot of people were pissed about that. I don't think Hillary was the strongest candidate, but again, that was the third time where it was like, oh, we gotta go with her. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go with the clearly unpopular person. But it, you know, that was the way America was going at the time. But like, you know, I look, you know, you're a perfect example of people who there was apathy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think that in the last 8 years, people have woken up and they're like, no, I gotta be active. And we got a whole new slew of young people that are doing it this year.
Yeah.
My oldest niece, it was her first year this year. She's autistic and she went out there early, voted.
Loved it.
She was showing it off, you know what I'm saying? Because she cares.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These people care, and it's not a game. This shit is not a game. So I say that to say this, don't vote the fucking fascists, all right?
Easy.
So I don't give a shit if you're mad or whatever, or you unsubscribe or whatever.
Imagine if people heard the things we talk about on the Black Rant, we're like, this is the last straw.
This is the last straw to some niggas, not us. Not remember the girl who got into the car accident and killed all the people?
All the shit that we were in here.
Remember the fucking the Suge Knight VR? That wasn't the
talking about playing Tupac VR.
Yeah, this would be the last straw for niggas. This would be the last straw. Listen, at this point, if you came this far and this was the last straw, sorry to you. You know, go do what you got to do. But like,
yeah, I don't think we've ever had this much of a serious. I don't think we've never had a much of a serious episode to the point where like telling people like, "Yo, go vote." Obviously, we weren't a podcast in 2020. We might have did it at the time with the shows that we were running in 2020. Of course, A Show, any of the other RNC pods that we had at the time, but never at a platform like this when we're both looking at you in the camera. And
it's never been more important. It's never been more important.
And on top of that, I'm also excited. I feel real privileged to also look at what's going on from a state-wise for California and taking a look at the things that we have to vote on from there. I've seen 10,000 vote no on 33s.
Don't vote that shit. If you're in California, no on 33. It's not gonna be peaceful. All right.
The housing. Thankfully, I haven't had any housing issues out here, but I know that has been a problem for the community for years and years. So being able to now for me to knowledge myself and read on that and see what I can do towards that and other local things that are going on within the community, that's also something that has been exciting for me. So big week for me. I'm going to try and see if I can early vote. If I can't, I'm lined up on Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm probably going to try and do my ballot this week sometime.
You mail it in?
Probably mail it in.
Cool with that.
I mean, ultimately, like I mean, we know where it's gonna shake out. I was in Pasadena yesterday. It was so many fucking Harris Wall signs.
Yeah,
like, I see where y'all stand at this point. Every house, it was like canvassed. Every single house had them. So, that's where we land. But for where it's shaky, all my Pennsylvania folks, all my Michigan folks, all my Ohio folks, all my Wisconsin folks, get out there. Get out there.
Yeah, Florida's always been funny because South Florida will always stay blue. Palm Beach County, Broward County, Dade County. That will be your part of South Florida.
Florida ain't flipping.
Yeah, exactly. The rest of Florida is a huge piece of Florida, which is why you end up seeing what's going on. But South Florida always keeps it. But obviously, South Florida's not going to win the entire election. So.
Yeah, Texas is, it's a chance Ted Cruz gets his punk ass out of there. But, again, we should root for everybody out there fighting a good fight. We're fighting it right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Peace to all my, gay, straight, non-binary pals, and let's fight this good fight. So that was my soapbox.
Okay,
that was my soapbox.
I didn't know it was gonna go. We'll give you a little preview into what makes both of us. Sometimes there could be some episodes of the BlkPrint where we discuss what's gonna happen and what we're gonna talk about beforehand. Other days, we just cut these mics on. And this was
a test, you know what I mean? And we didn't have a script last bonus either. I think it was the test mics, test chairs, test sound.
I think it just flows better that way sometimes when you don't know what's coming. Sometimes not all the time.
Get on my soapbox because the thing is that barring scheduling, and I know next week's going to be tricky, because of what we talked about and everything going on. We could record over the weekend, not too sure, but we could also record during the week. Yeah. And I think that we have very different conversations depending on that. So this is like if we talk to you, if we don't talk to you before next Tuesday, then this is where we stood.
This is where we're sitting.
But I would say, Mark, that I am pretty confident that we will be talking to them after what's going on happens next time. So yeah, we're the next episode of BlkPrint is going to be after everything goes on. So
yeah, we'll see what happens with I don't know what we're gonna take with Halloween. I know they're already talking about bags of candy are like $20-something. So
what?
Yeah, the big bags of candy that I seen photos that were at Walmart. You know how misinformation spreads, but they were just like, man, compared to 10 years ago, these shirts are like $10 more.
Cap, man. Also, let's be real. The candy's probably on sale right now.
Oh, it's probably all right right now.
It's over.
So it's not like there's Target price gouging.
Christmas, no, the candy's on sale right now.
Okay,
I am confident that the candy's on sale right now. It's Christmas stuff already. You could go to Target right after you leave here, and I want you to go into Target, and I bet you all the Halloween shit will be in a corner.
Yeah,
and all the Christmas stuff will already be out. I promise you. I went to Macy's out in Burbank.
Okay,
the Christmas trees are already out.
Yeah,
Halloween's practically over in the eyes of consumers and capitalism. It's over right now.
When do you start your Christmas planning or your setup?
Well, now that we moved in a new place, we're kind of going as we go. Our Christmas tree, we got a new one last year.
Nice. Okay.
So we got that already. I don't know what my wife plans on doing, but I know that it probably will involve me standing on a ladder. So let's just
lights on the roof.
Pray for me, because it's gonna involve a ladder in the next couple of weeks. But we're probably gonna start after Thanksgiving, like we always do.
Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my part. I might put up a little.
Do lights? What is a single man? When I was living on my own single, I didn't decorate shit.
Yeah.
I didn't do none of that shit.
I might put a little. Am I gonna wreath it? Am I a wreath type nigga? I might wreath it.
What's our Miami Heat wreath?
Ooh, damn. That's a good idea. I don't know.
I know they sell them.
Yeah. I have a feeling that they might. Big week for the Miami Heat.
What's the big week?
Dwayne Wade just received his statue out in Casilla Center. Statues are big. Statues are a big deal, man. That was one of the.
I mean, you're like skipping around a big ass elephant in the room of the conversation of that statue.
That was one of the first things that. I mean, there is a big conversation.
How about you just get to that part?
Okay,
because
so
you're trying to Councilman Cameron in this right now.
Too long didn't read. The face looks kind of nuts, and on top of that, I don't know why
he looks like Ahmed Johnson.
I was thinking Keith Bogans. Ahmed Johnson's also a good one too. They showed Lawrence Fishburne.
That's a good one.
They showed the dude that what's dude's name that be making the crazy alcoholic drinks, and he has all the blenders. I don't know if you ever seen those joints before. I might have to show them to you.
Yeah, I never seen that one.
Looks just like him. So that's the TLDR. Statue's cool. Looks pretty bad. My confusion is that the night that the shot happened, obviously he hits the game winner against the Bulls, jumps on the table. This is my house, yada, yada. Yeah. He's wearing an L Heat jersey. I don't know why they decided to change it to Miami.
That happens, though. I think in all of those, I think they picked the most kind of iconic look.
Yeah.
And you can't... But be real, Mark. You like no disrespect. Like you can't have like the Miami Nights Latino night.
I feel like it would have been a nice nod to the community if you would have kept that.
Yeah, but like they want to put it in the most basic of the jerseys,
visible type look. And because
from years from now they'll be like El Heat. They'll be like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? They want to have it in their real branding.
Yeah.
It's a branding thing. I don't think it's like a disrespect thing.
That's fair. I was just very happy. I was just very happy for Wade to actually have that type moment. One of the biggest things that meant a lot to me when I came out here, what was it, 2023? Was seeing the statue. This is before the Kobe statue that was out in crypto. Seeing the Shaq one, seeing the Magic one, seeing the Chick Hearn one, seeing the Wayne Gretzky one. And those are just four right there before you even get to the huge Kobe one that I was able to see in February. One of the best moments of the year for me. So to be able to now know that when I go back to Florida, ever go back to the Heat game, to know that there's a Wade statue that's going to be right there means a lot to me as a Heat fan.
Ugly as hell.
I mean, hey.
They're going to stick a carrot in his mouth.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Why a carrot?
I don't know.
Come on, man. Don't disrespect one of the
reaction of him seeing the actual the statue for the first time, and his man looks back, and he looks back and says,
and
he's like, yeah, I know it's trash.
But then I seen the photo that was just like, listen, somebody took a photo of Dwayne Wade. He was looking at the sculpt before they actually ended up making it the statue. He's like, hey, well, number 3 said yes to it, so I don't want to hear none. I was like, okay, I mean.
Yeah, I didn't know if he had seen it before it went out. So he had seen it.
He did. He's posing with it, and he actually saw
weeks ago.
And he actually saw it completely. Let me try and see if I could shout out Cornell. He had sent this to me a couple hours ago. He said, I mean, number 3 approved it. Don't blame the front office. And there's a photo of Wade with the original sculpture.
Oh, he could have put a carrot in it then.
Yeah, this is him taking a look at it.
He said, so Wade's gonna look like this.
So hey,
I mean, listen, what? I mean, the Kobe won't look like him, though, right? No, I can't remember.
I'd say so. I don't think I had an issue face wise because I mean, there's numerous Kobe statues that are out there. I know there's one with him and Gianna sitting on the bench park. I think that's at the Mamba Sports Academy, if I recall. The one that's outside crypto looks good to me. I think there's more than enough ways to completely get a statue 100% perfect. If you can't, I mean, you're just going to receive the response that an immediate response that comes from the Heat community. I saw tweets that said, "Listen, statues are statues. Why are y'all tripping so hard? Listen,
it should look good.
It should look good. I'm not throwing no bullshit up there. And I'm just wondering, okay, who do you ask in the internal Heat circle before you're just like, okay, this is what we're looking at for the final product. What do y'all think? How many people are not raising their hand to just be like, "Hey"? My
question is that an iconic moment for him in your eyes?
Yes. One of the best moments in his career. One of the best moments in Heat history.
Okay.
That solidified him in a season that he could have won MVP. The year beforehand, it was only 15 wins. The Heat team was terrible. Came back, went wild right after the Olympics, right after they did the Redeem Team and LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Kobe, all them smacked the shit out of the rest of the world. Wade came back after his injury, did really well. Did not get MVP because that was LeBron James' first MVP.
Yeah.
But huge year for Dwayne Wade in that moment.
Okay. Well, shout out to put a carrot in the statue.
Don't do that. Don't disrespect.
Just put a carrot in his mouth. Just tape it there.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That reminds me of what was the photo? I don't remember what show it was when Nikki had the chicken in her when Nikki bit the chicken leg in her mouth. Don't do that, yo. Don't do my dog Wade like that.
Oh my God. But again, NBA in full swing. World Series happening. You're getting to see the craziness of that right now.
Yeah, man. First World Series that I've actually given a shit about.
Yeah.
And despite me not being able to see Game 2 because I was out in Orange County.
You've been out in Orange County a lot, and that's like a cesspool for the red wave.
Yeah, I was about to say the combo that we were just talking about. I'm like, damn, yeah, Orange County is on the complete opposite end of.
You haven't seen, but you're not around like the crazy section of Orange County. You're not in like Huntington or anything like that.
No. I've been to Huntington Beach. I've been to Huntington Beach once.
Call it Clannington Beach.
Clannington Beach.
Yeah.
Wow, did not know that.
Clannington Beach.
Did not know that. And I was hanging out there one night, and I got to make sure that I stay a little bit more safe. But yeah, I'm usually out there once a month. I think the worst kept secret is the amount of niggas that are not in Orange County. So to usually when I'm out there once a month, it's a nice, amazing gathering of people that we do have each and every month of a lot of
only black people.
Yeah, exactly. But it's great to be able to have that community and build that out there because pretty much it's a lot of creatives, a lot of businessmen, a lot of businesswomen, a lot of people that are talking about careers. Some people just want to kick it and hang because they have busy careers, so on and so forth. To be able to have that out in Orange County has been something that has been really big. It might not be as
but I think it's cool that you find in your own community. You're finding it also like outside of like established like me and what I'm saying, like us. You know what I mean? Like you're finding your own community, you're finding your own gang too. Like it is very important. I think when people move to LA, like the number one thing is like they're like, I can't find people that are like me. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't find genuine people that look like me.
That fucking reminds me, yo. That has been like the biggest echo chamber. I still have Threads on my phone. And Threads is so fucking local that, you're pretty much hearing from...
Threads is low-key the gooning app, but I'm going to wait for you to finish before you...
I wasn't going to go in a gooning section, but because, now that I'm out here in LA, I open back up Threads, and there's just so many... First of all, there's the trolling part of LA Threads, and then there's the relationship part of LA Threads. And
there's the gooning part.
And then there's the gooning part. The trolling part is the people that are like... I don't know how y'all do these expensive apartments. I pay $1,000 for my apartment, and I live in downtown LA. And everybody's like, bullshit. Post the address.
Yeah, post the address. And post the address, and you live in the ADU. You live in somebody's garage behind their house. Fucking bullshit.
They be like, yo, my rent's $900. I don't know where y'all living. Niggas like, post the address. Nah, y'all gonna make it hot. I said, this is too much. What fucking trolling, man?
Gatekeeping housing is the most despicable thing I've ever heard of in my life. Let me just be clear with you there. Gatekeeping housing, like basic housing, is crazy.
And then the relationship part of it, and sometimes it's not even relationship, but I've seen so many tweets that are just like, hey, who's available to hang out and get drinks with me, so on and so forth. I have no friends out here and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of sad. But then there'll be the people that'll even go further into it and be like, yeah, LA is so crazy. I can't hang out with so and so and so. I can only do this and that. Does anybody want to do this with me and we can do blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I can tell from my own experience, it's already been 10 months out here, that I've barely scratched the surface of what is really out here. So to be able to, obviously Orange County's kind of far, but being able to hang in areas like Studio City, big shout out to Paul. Paul was somebody that I knew for 15 years on Tumblr, and to be able to have, I think our Tumblr community has stayed so in tuned with each other to where we're all following each other and all following and seeing what each other's lives have been.
Did you know him off Tumblr because y'all was gooning together?
No. It was not gooning. We were like 17, 18 on Tumblr. He lived in
gooning. You're lying.
He lived in Atlanta. Obviously, I was out in Palm Beach, and he moved out to Los Angeles a couple of years ago. Obviously, I moved out here, and that was the first time that we met each other, and we were able to chat about life, what brought us out here, our careers, so on and so forth. That made me see that, damn, really everybody that's out here has their own, or everybody that's moved here, I would say, has their own quote unquote LA story of what made them want to come here, what sacrifices did they make to come out here, what did they have to say goodbye to be able to grow and mature out here. To know that I will have my own LA story pretty soon is also interesting.
You already got your own. Your first year is,
this year was whoo.
one for the record, but we'll have to recap that in a couple of weeks.
I want to be able to take the end December between me, you, and Josh and be like, what did we learn from this year?
Yeah,
because it's 3 different stories.
Yeah,
it's truly 3 different stories.
Yeah, and ongoing.
Yeah, exactly.
Ongoing, but yeah, we should do that end of the year. Just like, what the fuck? Just
Now that we got this camera and we're doing a lot of multimedia, it's like, what did I learn the most from this year?
Fucking brief. But listen, Threads gooning app. I'm not even gonna open it up. I don't know what makes Instagram think that all dudes want to see on their threads is assholes. Like literal booty.
I even see the same. Threads is so lazy, man. Threads is so lazy. I'll even see the same.
Did you see there's like bots on there too that are like they don't have an Instagram account attached, but they're like still just posting gooning pics like of chicks and stuff like that.
Maybe that's what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing the same. Damn.
35, do y'all still love me or something like that? Like,
why does nobody? Damn, my last man said I'm too thick. What do y'all think? And it's the same message.
Yes,
like 10
bots.
messages.
or 31, no, not married. You still want me or some shit? I'm like, bro.
The one that killed me the most was like 40 years old and single, but I eat dick up well. I cook. Some other bullshit, and it's the same thing. So all y'all eat dick up. I'm not gonna say that that's not plausible, but y'all are copying and pasting the same fucking message.
That's why I don't think it's real. That's why some of it is real, because like you could tell, because if they have like a real Instagram,
yeah,
but like Threads is just literally debauchery, bro. Like it's debauchery. Like I do not open Threads. Instagram's trying to push you to Threads now,
yeah,
and I'm like, I'm not going on Threads. Like Threads is like legitimately it's going to become Pornhub pretty soon. There's like I think there's like very little like moderation on there too. Like they're not modding a lot of the shit that's going on. Like the fact that you keep seeing that message and I keep seeing that message. Yeah. They used to filter that out. But I say Twitter filters out. They don't filter anything out. But like they used to filter that shit out, and they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to. And at the time when Threads first came out last summer, I want to say, I kind of wanted to use it as like a little bit of a mini blogging, because I don't trust doing that shit on Twitter. It's way too many people follow me. I don't really want to. Sometimes when I just want to blog and get my thoughts out in peace, sometimes I don't need the opinions of people underneath it. And I think that's what you get just in general with Twitter. I didn't really see that happening with Threads. Now I think Threads is a little bit too, there's way too many things going on Threads right now to want to be able to do it. But it seems a lot more calm than what it would be like doing that on Twitter. It's calm.
I mean, be clear. The gooning is calm. It's just aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like
aggressive gooning on Threads.
It's aggressive but calm, because it's like people are, from what I have seen and from what people have told me, they're hitting buckets. They're shooting buckets and they're landing on I mean, they might actually be hitting buckets too from some of the shit.
I ain't judging. Hey, look at my eyes. I ain't judging. He's laughing. I'm not. He's laughing. I'm not. Whatever you doing to enjoy your weekend, do what you do.
Let us know what your Threads is looking like. Let us know what Michigan Threads is looking like. Ohio Threads. Indiana Threads, are they 31 as well?
Ohio Threads might be getting lit. You never know.
I've been to Ohio. Ain't shit going on up there.
That's why you tap into the Threads. You be like, yo, this
Denver
really
Threads. What are y'all? What's up? What are y'all doing out there? Arizona Threads, all of that stuff. Because like Threads like geo locates you, and puts people on your feed that are close to you. So I see Arizona, New Mexico, California, the Bay, like all of that stuff. I see all of that shit up there. So I'm like, I wonder how this works, because like who's trying to make Threads like a better app? Because even when I go on it, it's like I see people on there that are just saying things that they don't want to say on Twitter. Yeah. And that's cool and all, but like I just don't see a lot of like response, you know what I'm saying, like responding to that shit. So I don't know. I honestly, and this is real, like I really feel like Twitter, this might be my last year on there. This might like January 1st, I might just be off of it. I was thinking about today.
Sure.
I find no joy being on it anymore. I find no. I think just the whole and I want to talk about this when Josh gets back too, because like I find no joy in it, but I also think that it is a app where people just say whatever and this has been going on for a while, right?
Yeah.
They just say whatever the fuck and react to it, and like I've caught myself about to react to certain things sometimes. I'm just like, I'm not gonna say anything about this because I know what people want. They're doing this for a fucking ham sandwich at Subway.
Yeah,
that's how much they're gonna get paid out for saying
for their tweet.
It's just an echo chamber of hatred, and it's monetized and it's being advertised to you every single day. Like I would much rather not have Elon Musk PAC calling Kamala a cunt.
Yeah,
come up on my shit, or dick pills come up on my shit. Like I would like this is it's Skid Row. Like literally, Twitter is Skid Row.
You know what I've appreciated in a way that we could not really say that we could appreciate in 2018, to know that whatever we're creating, we don't have to be chained to the area of, well, I got to have Twitter because we got to post our shit on social media.
Shit.
To know, 2018, it might have been that way because obviously we're first building up our stuff. I feel like it hit a little bit more on Twitter at that time. 2024, I think we've built enough to be like, okay, y'all know where to find us on our real socials, obviously on our Instagrams, any of our other socials that we do have, and you'll be able to know that where you could find the show, obviously, so that we don't have to be like, hey, we just dropped on Twitter. We just dropped an episode. We're going to post it on Twitter, blah, 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 blah.
There's no discoverability on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's a large part of it too. It's just such a it fucking sucks. It sucked for a while. It really sucks now. I honestly feel like January 1st might be my like literal, like I'm just gonna cold turkey off of it and be gone.
Sure. I mean, yeah, people will post their podcast clips, and obviously that ends up working. But you know, you could find that on our Instagram page, and people have notifications for our Instagram when we drop. People have notifications for our YouTube when we drop.
Yeah,
you have Apple Podcasts, you have Spotify, you have our notifications on. Why would we need to go on to Twitter and say, hey, we just dropped a new episode, here's the link, yada, 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 and probably get...
TikTok, shit. I might just do this shit on TikTok now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might just post our clips on there. Like, there's no reason for anybody to be on that app. It is literally a fucking cesspool. I'm tired of it. Elon Musk is a fucking bitch. The fuck
damn, Sam, so no Tessie for you?
I never.
You know how many... That's one thing that also fucked me up in 2024. How many Cybertrucks are we rocking, bro?
A lot out here.
Cybertrucks are nuts. I probably saw at max one out in Florida. Maybe
there's a
one.
lot out here though. You've seen some out here, haven't you?
10. Yeah. I want to say if I had to put a number on it, at least like 20 different Cybertrucks. Yeah. Some of them are stock. Some of them are pink. Some of them are wrapped in army color. Some of them got logos on the back. Some of them got 30s on. Some of them got stock rims. I'm just like, damn, how many of these are we gonna do?
Every one of them ugly too, though.
Yeah,
every one of them. Like,
hey man,
no, ain't no hey man. They ugly.
It's not my bag. Not my bag. But
that shit ugly.
You like it. You like it. I love it.
Listen, Elon Musk is a bitch.
You gonna cop the robots?
No, them shits was humans controlling it.
Them 30 bands? Oh, it was humans controlling those robots?
Yes. You ain't see that?
Niggas was talking about, I'll spend the 30 bands if these robots can cook and do my laundry.
That's what I'm talking about. You was asking me why niggas got to look in the mirror November 8th? You was asking me why niggas got to look in the mirror November 8th, right? Right or wrong?
I did.
Right or wrong?
I did.
You was asking me why niggas, that's why niggas got to look in the mirror because they think shit like that is fly. That shit, I'm saying, bro, call me what you want, bro. Niggas got to look in the mirror because you like, niggas is really like straight gooning for Elon Musk. Niggas really want his seed, bro. Real shit. And to be real, like, it be the realest niggas that be doing this shit, and he's not actually a real nigga. Like, he's a fucking nerd.
He doesn't consider himself black, right?
No, he's South African though.
But he's not like, yeah, as a black man.
He's not black. He's not black.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Okay.
That's because you're African. Mark, are you okay?
Just to make sure. Just
are
to
you
make
good?
sure.
No, are you?
Just to make sure.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying I've never really paid attention. I don't follow him.
You know, it's white people in South Africa.
Yeah.
Why would he think he was black?
Charlize Theron.
Why would he think he was black?
I'm just asking you.
Why? I know he's not black. Why are you asking me for?
I'm just saying, I hope he's not going around just being like, yeah, as a black man, I got to blah, 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 blah. Because I'm from Africa.
No, who would do that?
Okay, good. I mean,
it's white people in Africa.
I mean,
being African is its own, like.
They've been trying to change that. They've been trying to change that with French too. They've been trying to change.
They've been trying to change it with Kamala too, but like that's the thing. That nigga white, but he's still African and that's South African.
That's good to know that he's not wilding, because there's way more important things in the world than Elon Musk. Specifically today. Today is the 10-year anniversary of one of the greatest projects of all time. Monster Future.
Yeah, we gotta get to the tour. And I don't want to do Monster after that.
That's gonna be our throwbacks for sure, but definitely celebratory from a Future perspective. Me personally, my favorite Future project of all time. A couple of days ago was 15 years of I think you might consider this project a classic. The first LeBron Flocka James.
No. It's not a classic to me.
It's crazy, bro. You
were the only person that I know that holds Waka Flocka Flame in high regard. And I hold him in a pretty high regard, but the regard that I've held for him is kind of, you know why.
There were some moments Waka was wait, do I know why?
Yes. Politically.
Yes. Okay. There were some moments that
it ain't hard for, again, and then people know this that know me. It's not hard for me to completely cut.
Shit, we saw it on Friday. Shit.
Yeah, it's not hard for me to... Like, does that shock you? Like how easy it is for me to just cut shit off, just cut people off, just cut?
Not shocked, because I know that it's not just randomly. Well, fuck this thing. I ain't go blah 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 blah. I know. I don't think whatever. I don't think
it's hard for them to like just be like, like for me, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't need this in my life.
It's passive, and not only is it passive, it comes from it has a specific reason of that. So I understand where those type moments come from.
Yeah, Flocka, Flocka Valley comes up, I won't like turn it off, but I'm not like, I think Flocka's an idiot.
Okay.
I think he's a dumbass.
It's fair.
Yeah.
He's
pretty dumb.
In plenty of moments.
He's a crypto bro also.
I didn't know he was crypto bro.
He's a big crypto bro.
I'm trying to think of what was the one time that I was like, Flocka, what are you doing? You know what was the one time? Rest in peace, DJ K-Slay. K-Slay asked him a question about, yeah, man, you be smoking weed a lot. And I heard you say, who are the niggas that really don't... Flocka was like, yeah, niggas be talking about weed, and they don't even be smoking like that when I come around them. And K-Slay was like, damn, man, who's the artist you talking about? And Flocka was like, Wiz. And I was like, why did you just throw Wiz under the bus like that?
It was so weird.
That's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. This is probably like 2011, I want to say.
Yeah, they were like, this is Flocka's crash out, because he crashed out on Gucci a little bit after that too.
Yeah, I mean, he's had many different years of I hate this nigga, I don't hate this nigga, we're great again, fuck him, he's out of jail, great, fuck this nigga again, you used to be my dog. I really can't keep up. Obviously, Gucci probably can't keep up either, which is why he has his own.
It always seemed one-sided.
I don't think Gucci's really had what was the one time he was like, what tape was it? He was like, yeah, I'm selling Flocka's contract.
Wasn't there, that wasn't Gucci was. But what was wasn't there a video or people had seen them actually fighting in Miami, and that's what sparked all of the issues up, right?
I don't remember that.
It was A+ that was the reason why Gucci walked out on him.
They saw
them fighting.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, like they first had that little squabble in Miami, the argument or whatever it was, and then people were like, "Are y'all good?" And, and Gucci got pissed off, and walked out of the radio station. A+ tells the story way better than I do, and that had started their kind of breakup at that time, and it was literally funny because Waka had just got popular and stuff, and then they broke up, and then Gucci kind of went crazy, and then now he's back, and he looks like a wrestler now. So
shout out to Gucci.
For LeBron Flocka James, I think I like the second one better. What's the one with Fell in Love?
Fell in Love
with Thug. Was that the first one?
Fell in Love with Thug.
I fell in love.
Oh, that's Do Flocka Rant 2, isn't it?
Oh, there we go. Those are the ones that I gravitate towards.
Okay.
The Rant ones.
You always were you know what was your joint? Salute Me or Shoot Me 3 was your joint.
That was it's 2. Right? Well, no, it was 3. The one with
Waka.
Yeah. Well, Watch My Power Spread is probably my favorite Waka song
and
of all time.
Clap
for my money.
Clap.
If you get money.
Smack on the booty.
And then the like, who did that ad lib?
The clap in the background.
The clap in the background.
Somebody random.
Like, y'all know you could have got a professional to do that, like just right in front of the shit. But yes, that is gonna wrap it up for our bonus here.
Yeah, very exciting things coming for us very soon. Obviously, the World Series is still going to continue to go on.
Yeah, I'm hoping it ends this week.
I mean, shit, I'm hoping that it's as big of a heavyweight slug out as people were saying that it was, because this is looking like a goddamn.
It has not looked like that thus far. I was telling my wife the other day, I was like, this might end on Halloween or right before or right after Halloween. Like,
I'm hoping that it's not a sweep. If it's a sweep, that's a dang it, bruh. But then again, I already knew that this was going to happen because Dodgers are a really good fucking team. From what I have watched from September, I don't think that I would look at it from a perspective of, oh my God, Dodgers are smacking the shit out the Yankees. Man, fuck this shit. No, the Dodgers are a really good. Dodgers are a really good fucking team. I know there was a little bit of a scare on Saturday. Otani, something happened with Otani.
Yeah, he's playing tonight.
But yeah, you still got Mookie Betts. You still got my dog Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, so
they're gonna be really good.
So we'll definitely have a parade episode.
Whoa.
If they win, I'm pretty sure I've seen that second game. Yankees don't look ready, and don't blame it on you not being at home, because if that's the case, y'all still gotta win. I
had to ask. Shout out to all my brothers. I had to ask them, like, hey, do the Yankees play better at home than they do away? Because these are going to be two really good, really important games for them.
The Dodgers play really good away too, though.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be a challenge. They went to New York and smacked the shit out the Mets.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's not a sure thing. So I'm like, don't call it a sweep in the Bronx yet. You know
I truly don't want, because if they're talking about heavyweight slug out 7 games, it's going to be the best World Series of all time.
You have not seen that in these games.
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, damn. I was hoping that it could at least be that in the World Series. We're going to have to see tonight.
Fuck it. Dodgers in 5. All right, y'all. BlkPrint episode coming up. Josh should be back. So we'll be back here, same place, same time, and we'll see you guys. We're back on schedule, man. So thank you guys for chilling with us. You're gonna see this room change.
Yes, we have a couple more. We still have another 15% to add. So it's gonna be something really nice right here.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff. We're not trying to like say it to like be like, oh, don't come in, don't look. Like a lot. This room's gonna change a lot in the next couple of months. So just bear with us. We're building out, but thank you guys for rocking with us and sticking with us. BlkPrint is back. And we're back with you guys. Check us out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and like every fucking video. Make sure that you fucking, again, whenever you're listening to this, if it's before November 5th, make sure you fucking do not vote a fascist in this office. So for Mark, I am J5. We'll talk to you guys in a couple of days. Peace.